Hey guys, better late than never. All sorts of technical gremlins this morning. Can't even begin to tell you. So many.
And I've been filming something really exciting that I'll be able to tell you before the end of the day.
Oh well, that's good. And what else? And you're having to head off now to do some interviews, is that right?
I'm having to go to some interviews, but love you, and I'll see you at 4 o'clock for cooking, and then a live tonight. Love you. Love you too. I haven't seen you all day. Thank you for being lovely today.
See you later.
Love you.
Bye. Hello everyone. Hello Simona. Hello Minnie Moo. Hello Alison Fisher. That squeaking sound is not me. Does that sound like me farting? It's my chair. That's good, isn't it? So I was worried about you guys. I was worried you were thinking, oh no, they're not doing it. So we posted something on the family Instagram just to say that we had technical problems, which we've had. Technical problems, Nadia otherwise indisposed, and indisposed again now. So we're just catching back up with ourselves, really. Oh, bless you, Leah Jones. It's been a long morning. You know what? It's been actually a long morning without you too, because it's as, you know, we say it and it's easy to say it. It might be easy to say it. Excuse me. Let me just adjust my cushion. But it really, you guys really do provide us with an anchor in the morning, a sort of, you know, a nice firm footing for the day. So here just I am, I'm afraid. So yeah. And I've popped in the title. Let me pull up all your comments so I can see you. Now listen, lots of people aren't getting notifications. What you have to understand is YouTube and most social media platforms are under extraordinary volume duress. And yeah, Nadia's good. She's just having to do a couple of phone interviews. Huge duress. So there are all sorts of enigmas happening. Some of those enigmas are, we'll record a live like this. Some people get notified, not everyone will. And as soon as the live finishes, if people have missed the live, they won't be notified that the live exists even for sometimes up to 12 hours. So that's a bit of a problem. So yeah, so you know, rest assured, we're doing as much as we can our end. We're just going to keep trying to churn the content out. Today we had a massive server problem, and hopefully this is resolved, and I'm not sort of skipping a beat and going all over the place on the screen. So let me pull you up. So how are you guys? Oi, there's my voice. How are you guys? Watched Captain Fantastic. Yes, head over to on Instagram, the Popcorn Junkies, and you'll see today's movie recommendation. It's a corker. It's an 80s classic. I mean, look at these shelves. These shelves are just full of movie stuff. Just movie stuff. Look, just here I've got Uncut Gems. It's just a, you know, basketball. That was actually sent to me by A24. Can you believe that? That's very lucky. All sorts of things. And look, you know, look, Han Solo. See, it's my little bat cave. What else have I got here? All sorts of weird stuff. Look. To infinity and beyond. How is Nanny Di? I'm actually having to run some medication over to Nanny Di tomorrow. So I'm having to do a bit of a mercy dash. She like me, has asthma. I have a surplus of asthma pumps. I need to help her with her medical stuff. I also need to, whilst observing social distancing, try and solve and resolve her Skype, so that she can have some kind of facial presence within some of our content. Is this where you go, Sky Elise, when you've been naughty? Yeah, I come in here when I've been naughty, and I sit twiddling my thumbs like this. I'll show you, like this. What's that I've just got there? Oh. Yeah, sorry, I just got an email. That's how I sit. Look, I've got lovely birthday cards from all my girls. Look, from... Is that from Maddie? Yeah. To-do list. Give birthday card to idiot. It's not my birthday, but when it was my birthday a while back. My talented eldest, Izzy. Isn't that good? Let me just clean. I'm just going to clean the lens because it's just a little bit grubby. That better? Do I look even better? Do I look like 4K or something? Can we have a movie room tour? Of course you can have a... Yeah, we can do a movie room tour. I mean, it could take all night, all day, all month, but then, hey, we've got a bit of time on our hands, haven't we? Oh, look at... Oh, no, I won't take that off. Look, we've even got this guy here. Look at him. Oh. So, I wanted to ask you guys what you think. I'm working out as a street works inspector dealing with utilities and keeping the network going. Who's that? And keeping the network going. Pulled over now. Keep up the good work. Linda Bell. Keep up the good work, Linda Bell. Just finished watching your vlog after 2 long days at work. So funny watching you guys. Makes me forget about what I leave at work. Katie Wilson. Yeah. Number of people commenting on the driving thing. Fair point. Let's remember, a lot of these vlogs I think that are landing now are a week old. And we are only combining trips to the park with trips to the supermarket for essentials, which is about once or twice a week. So just saying that, just so that you don't get your knickers in a twist, anyone. You should do a house tour. Should do a house tour. Should go back up to Nadia's room. Hey, can you explain Carno cycle? Pardon? Carne, I know Carne, so that's part of the process of taking filming equipment around the world. Carno cycle. I don't know what Carno cycle was. Oh, thank you, Gerard Le Film, for the compliment about the GFH meditation. Lucy Rose, she would go mad. So what do you think? Trump is wanting to withdraw all funding for the World Health Organization. What do you think? Sensible, not sensible? I think there's a feeling and there's a sense. Xander Gibb, are you there, mate? There's a feeling and a sense that the WHO sort of fell short, or that perhaps they're the tail that's being wagged by the dog that is China. All that kind of stuff. Is there any merit to it? Is there any... one does get worried about the influence. I mean, I tell you, here's another thing that really kind of worried me, forgetting the WHO, just parking that to the side for a minute, was that the UN Security Council only talked about COVID-19 for the first time after it had been running ravage for about 3 weeks or something. So, there is a history with these, why didn't, I'm not signing up to what Trump thinks at all, but why didn't they ban flights into or out of China sooner? Why didn't they call it a pandemic sooner? I think you can be on the same team as Trump without necessarily agreeing with Trump on everything. But I have to confess, I have a bit of circumspection around the WHO. My sense of things was that it was moving a bit too slowly, too slowly. China should have been looked at. Yeah, well, here's the thing. This isn't like an anti-China shtick. But if that was to have happened, say, on the Isle of Wight in the UK, we as Brits would expect our government to lock us in, and so would the rest of the world. And if we didn't, we'd expect people to be annoyed. Or if people were annoyed, we'd understand why they're annoyed. I do think China are now playing a very silly game of trying to suggest it as an Italian-created virus or an American-created virus. It's very easy to just say this stuff, isn't it? But yes, you're right. Gerard Le Film, you're probably right. The WHO does have questions to answer, but now's not the time. I suppose now is not the time, but at the same time, when is there ever going to be a time that's the right time? We've missed the intense launch and eruption of this illness, so maybe now is the right time. I don't know. There may never be a right time, if you know what I mean. There's always a sort of new outbreak or a new danger from somewhere. Holly, I think Trump feels this is the only way to defend America in his mind. China have too much control behind the scenes in the WHO, and this has put millions of people at risk. Do you know, Holly? That's our resident immunologist. Hello, Holly. Do you know if China does? I do know that America pays something like $250 million, is it, to this WHO, and China pays 50 million or something like that. Yeah. Sharona, you're wondering if we're taking a day off. We don't do days off. We don't even know what the meaning of a day off is. We were toying with a day off when all the tech and kit was going everywhere and not working. And then we thought, you know what? No, it's not fair. What has the WHO actually done to mitigate the pandemic? Well, I thought they were right when they were very, very critical of the Brits for saying we should have gone into lockdown sooner. I thought we should have done, but they themselves have been a bit late, didn't seem to be sort of suggesting the same thing to China. So... yeah, I think everyone needs to be held to account. You're right. There's an element of, I saw the leader of the Labour Party today on the news, and I thought he was pitching it kind of right. You don't want to just sort of keep hitting the government, because we know that there are so many variables and unknowables. And who was it? Was it Rumsfeld or someone who said, the unknowable knowables and the knowable unknowables? I mean, there are so many that, you know, it's like trying to pin a jelly to a wall, isn't it? Trying to say, do this, do that at this point with this, da 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 da. But I do think we shouldn't all just sit there willingly, you know, willfully just accepting stuff. It's like, oh, right, okay, that's fine. Holly, the current WHO director is the first non-doctor, and he was put in position due to lobbying from Chinese officials, and this has made Trump suspicious. Francois Camanzuli, we should have gone into lockdown sooner. You're right, Mark. I agree. I think we should have all done. I mean, what I don't understand, if we'd gone into the most stringent of lockdowns and stopped all air travel across the globe for a maximum of 2 weeks much earlier on, we'd probably, net result, we'd probably be in a much better place now than we are, I think. And a number of us were kind of, you know, a number of us members of the public, civilians, were saying that. So I don't understand why that wasn't seen by the experts, and I don't know why the experts are now saying, "Oh yes, well we could learn from Germany." We all, as members of the population, we'd all learnt from Germany before Germany had learnt from Germany. It does make me sick. Jane Dobby, head lice treatment in ivermectin cures coronavirus in 48 hours. See Dr. Berg on YouTube. You're joking. We're homeschoolers. Most homeschool kids all have head lice, so we're going to be. No, I'm joking. We're going to be fine. Is that true? Is that true? Is that one of those ones where people are going to start swigging ivermectin by the gallon load and suddenly dying? Sugar and Spice, thank you, Mark and Nadia, for all you do for us. Oh, bless you. You're so inspirational and amazing with a beautiful family. You deserve to have a day off. How long do you think there will be no air travel? Well, I don't think there is no air travel. I think it's going to get to a point where the risk is parked with the individual. Though I don't know too many individuals who willingly, I mean, the more I hear about the illness and the more I hear about how awful it is if you get it, I don't really want to get it. I know there's a lot of people who are sort of going, oh, well, you know, we all just need to get herd immunity and all, most of us are 80%. I don't fancy getting it. Admittedly, I might not get it. I might have had it. How do we know? This is the problem. Until testing happens, we might have all had it. But if I haven't, I don't want to get it. I don't want that gamble. But yeah, but you know, the UK economy, they're talking about potentially 3 million people by the end of this 3 weeks, by May the 11th, 3 million people in this country being unemployed. I know that the unemployment figures in America have hit 18 million over 3 weeks. Yeah, it's just, it's tough. It is a very scary time. So yeah, so I just thought, so anyway, I think we are later today. We are going to be, what's that? They need to space out the, Judy Phillips, they need to space out the seats. I think that's how cinemas and theatres will end up reopening, you know. I think there'll have to be something like, maybe, say you've got a 600 seat capacity. They'll end up selling just a third, and then they will assign you seats with two spaces. But I mean, here's the weird thing. I remember getting to see some dance somewhere in London once, me, Nadia and the girls, years and years ago. And some guy in the row behind me sneezed all over us all. And we all jokingly looked at each other and said, oh, well, there you go, that'll be us getting a cold. And we got the cold. You know, I've often thought that it's a bit of a myth that people sneeze and you catch from a sneeze. But it's not at all. It's not at all. So, so yeah, Skylisa, I will check. I do have to stress, messages to Instagram have unless we follow you, do have an amazing capacity to just not turn up. So it's never us not replying. Holly, it will get to a point where lockdown has to be eased and slowly life has to go back to normal. A lot more of us are still to get it. Not many people will avoid it before a vaccine. That's a good point, Judy. I wonder if plane tickets will go up to compensate or go down to draw people in. Catherine Clausen, WHO should be questioned. Everyone should be open to criticism and evaluation. Absolutely right. There's no time to get hurt by these things. When are you going to film your reaction to Gabby's Nanny Die Part 2 video, Mark? Well, as bizarre as it seems, given that we're all under one roof, it's about finding the right moment. You may well be aware that Maddie's going through her own sort of bits and bobs of trouble with her friend who's gone missing. She's really missing her boyfriend. So the girls are having their down times as well as their up times and sort of finding the right moment. That's why we haven't done Tiger King's, the review yet. It's just about finding the right time that sensitively plays to everyone's feelings. So like yesterday, me and Maddie reviewed The Platform. That felt right. We fancied chatting about a Gorefest movie and that worked out all right. But later we're definitely cooking a dish. I can't remember what Nadia's cooking, but she's prepared something earlier. And there'll also be a live tonight. And if tech is allowing it, I might try and get another vlog out. Although I might just let those vlogs just sit for a bit because I think lots of people are enjoying them. Trump, bareback barbarians, FC. Trump is right to stop funding. The Chinese have corrupted the WHO and Tedros is a Chinese pawn. Well, it could be the case. You never know. The head of the WHO is very dodgy if you read the background on him. Wow. Sean Hoyle asking Holly, what about the theory that some possibly had the virus in December, January? There's lots of people, you know, ourselves included with Maddie, where Maddie and many other members of other families and households had inexplicably bad flu symptoms as far back actually as the end of November. And a lot of people, when they interrogate those symptoms, this is where, again, the antibodies test would be incredibly useful because you need to, I mean, say the antibodies only stay in the body for, say in a worst case scenario, they only stay there for 6 months. From November, you know, really we should try and test everyone for antibodies since November, you know, who's kind of demonstrated any symptoms since November. Go back, you should sort of like put a call out as a government. Anyone who's had symptoms that could be close to coronavirus, contact this helpline and we'll send you a kit or we'll have some way of testing you. And then when they test you for antibodies, we might be able to tell if we've got the antibodies. Because, of course, the other big question, if I'm not wrong, Holly, is how long do those antibodies last? So we could be in a situation where you only have antibodies for like 3 or 4 months. And people who got it, like Jane Oxley says, in last October, wouldn't it be nice to know? I mean, not nice, but in a weird way, if we knew this had been around for far longer than we thought, it would be an interesting philosophical mind scramble, polite way of putting it, for us to think that we weren't panicking back then, we were kind of getting on with it, and we're all panicking now. Do you know what I mean? It's not to say we shouldn't be panicking now, but it means that there might be a way through it because we came through that and it wasn't. Do you know what I mean? It's a curious one. Yeah, Mandy Nanny. My daughter was very poorly in December, went down from size 8 down to size 4. My God. Holly, there's a reasonable chance it was still flu at that point, as the infectious nature of this virus and the way infectious diseases are monitored means November is unlikely unless the virus has mutated. Okay, there is a members live this week. It's been a very busy week. It's probably going to have to be tomorrow night, I'm afraid. Yes, because I think tonight we might be busy, or it might be, it's just been a ludicrously, we're having all sorts of tech issues and all sorts of demands bizarrely being made on us from all sorts of weird quarters. So let me have a natter with Nadia after this and we'll work out when exactly the members live is going to be. McDonald's farmer tests are contaminated. It was on a NADIA video and online Metro article. Yeah, there were tests that came into the country. Natalie Higgins, I had the coronavirus test. I'm waiting to hear results, hopefully next couple of days, but it's truly worrying. So how did you get the test? Where did you get it done? Did the doctor come to you? Did you go to the doctor? Yeah, it'd be interesting. It was someone's Anne Sauvage. Today I'm 84, wishing you happy birthday, Anne. Hope you have a good one. Stay well in isolation. They said about the TB jab might help with immunity, but TB is bacterial, not viral, to different diseases. Yeah, and also the TB jab, it doesn't stay within the system for longer than, is it 10 years or 8 years or something like that? So I'm getting a sore throat. All the midweek members' lives are available in a playlist. They are. So if you go to the playlists and then you go to members' lives, which is a playlist, or members' chats, let me have a look now. I'm going to find out for you what exactly it is. So go to our channel. Bear with me, guys. So if you're a member, go to our channel, go to our playlists, then go to all the way down. Where are they? Members live chats. There you go. Oh, I see what you mean. They're not all in there, I don't think. But 7. Okay, I'll make sure that all the others get popped over there too. Yeah, they should all be copied over to the members playlist. So I'll make sure that happens after this. But yeah, normally, like the Sunday show, if you go to the playlist, you can see them. Jane Oxley, my room is geeky as hell. It's geeky as geeky can be. Problem is I can't lift much up and show you anything. Now, what else have I got here? This chap. And I love your room. It's so cool. Thanks, Rachel. Isn't he cute? Yeah, she rocks. I do like the design. I just like the design of a lot of this stuff. It's just very cool. What's on your record player now? That's a good question. What is on my record player now? I think it's Nina Simone, or is it Ray Charles? Mark, make your Tiger King review a 2-part series. Woohoo! We might have to. There's a lot to get through. Excuse me. Has Nanny Di still got Forky? She has. She has still got Forky. I might give her a call today and say to her, take some photos of you and Corky. I want to see what Forky's doing in isolation. I want to know what he's up to. So anyway, guys, I just thought I'd touch base with you, say hello. The World Health Organization is the big topic of today. I'm avoiding the press briefings now because they're an entirely pointless exercise. We just have to all keep on hanging on in there, and let's assume that this is going to be 3 weeks, and we might be pleasantly surprised if it isn't. And I just hope you're all looking after yourself, taking care, observing the protocol, looking out for your loved ones, and just know that we're going to be here. So we, all being well, we could be on camera again at 4 for a live cook-along. That'll be fun. And I'll behave myself. Okay? Lots of love, guys. Bye.